So guys, today I'm going to make a video as part of our continuing series, mega series of various finance and accounting qualifications. Today, I'm going to make a video on CMA US. Stay tuned for the entire video if you'd like to know this is the right program for you. Also, as our 9th anniversary offers, we are going to give 9 of you lucky winners our entire pre-learning segment, which is close to a 10-hour module of CMA pre-studies, absolutely for free. For that, I'm going to be asking 3 questions across the video. And when I ask, please pause, go down in the comments, answer, and we will be choosing some of you guys as the winners of this contest. So first of all, what is CMA? But think of this. Let's say your dream company to work in is Google. Now, Google has so many verticals. It has Google Search, which is the #1 search engine in the world. It has Google Maps, G Drive, Gmail, YouTube, so much across different sectors across the world. Now, if I want to enter into Google and work in the finance or accounting department, I can enter Google at the ground level of that domain of, let's say, the finance department. Every day, I collate information. How much is Google search doing in India? How much is YouTube doing in Europe? What happens if we change the pricing of Google Drive from this much in this country to a little different? What will be the change in the responses? I make a lot of analysis, a lot of calculation. I make it and I present it in a summary to my seniors. Now, if they use that and that helps Google as an organization grow, right? And when I say grow, it means either increase their top line or their revenue or reduce their costs so that their profits go. If I can do this at the ground level, every time I give something to my seniors and they can use it to advance Google, I will get promoted. And that way I can go all the way to the top by consistently helping Google move forward as an organization from my finance and accounting knowledge. This is what CMA teaches us. It is a combination of finance, of accounts, of business, and they combine all of this to help you with great decision making. So this is what CMA is all about. The full form, as you obviously might know, is Certified Management Accountant. We are talking about CMA US, not CMA India. If you want to buy the Innova India, you can have a look and we've made video on that before as well. The CMA US is by a body called IMA, Institute of Management Accountants, based out of the US. They, of course, have a lot of offices in India. We're in touch with all of them. Question number 1. Are there any negative markings in the CMA US exam? Now, coming to the eligibility criteria, as long as you've given grade 12, you are eligible for CMA. And remember that to complete CMA, you not only need to pass the exams that we're talking about, you need to complete 2 years of work experience, hopefully in the field of finance and accounts, and you need a graduation. So you can start giving the exams during your graduation, but you will only get a membership post-graduation. Right. Now let's come up to the academic structure. So CMA has 2 parts, part 1, part 2. Part 1 is all about costing and accounts. Part 2 is all about finance. And both of them have six subjects, which you can see on the screen here. Next comes the duration. CMA on average, I would say you catch around 9 to 12 months to complete. There are students who've completed a little quicker or much later, but 1 year is a sweet spot. Right. Next comes the exam windows. CMA you can give every, in the month of June and February, May and June, September and October. In these 3 windows, anytime during this, you can sign up for the exam. You have to go to the exam center in your country, in India, obviously in all major metros, and now even in other cities like Chandigarh and all, it's opening. Next is the passing rate. Passing rate means how many people out of, let's say, 10 students giving an exam, how many land up clearing. On an average, across the world, we have between 4 to 5 people clearing the exam. Of course, but as well, because of our faculty army, our study material has stuff like AI tools now, which help you actually prepare better based on your weaknesses and your strengths. So you combine all of this, and of course, you have a higher passing rate as well. We have around 7 to 8 people versus the average 4 to 5 people clearing the exams. Next comes the exam pattern. The pattern is split into a mix of objective or multiple choice questions and subjective, where you have to literally solve like it's, instead of writing, you have to type it down. And everything is computer based. Question number 2. How many essay questions or subjective questions appear in the CMA US exam? Next comes the scope of CMA. When I say scope, I mean the opportunities, the global opportunities. The kind of companies you can work with in India are the Big Four, which is KPMG, Deloitte, PwC, EMI. You can work with Grant Thornton and BDO. These are called the Big Six in the field of finance and accounts. You can work with companies like Accenture, Apple, Capgemini, Amazon, HP, Wipro, L&T, Musk. There are unlimited amount of companies which are aware about CMA and actually hire them. Next, what kind of profiles can you work with if you are a CMA? So you can work as a financial analyst, you can work as a management consultant, you can work in financial planning and analysis. It's called FP&A. It's one of the more upcoming fields. You can work as an internal auditor, you can work in treasury. And this is only if you want to work in the field of finance or accounts. You are also on the business side. One of our students, he still works with us, Rushil, works on the content side for Zell. He took up CMA, passed the exam, and now he helps us in working as a representative for Zell CMA with the IMA body, with our university and corporate partners, with our students. He works on the academic side. So you can understand that there is again a lot of scope once you become a CMA. Now, the most important question, what is the salary package? If you're a CMA qualified member, fresher, right, you can expect to earn anywhere between 6 to 8 lakhs. However, we have seen a lot of people starting with around 4-ish lakhs, but that's mainly for those who have completed the CMA exam but have zero work experience. Remember, I told you need 2 years of work experience to become a member. Once you become a member, your potential is unlimited. But in the beginning, you will have to pay your dues and demonstrate that it's not just passing exam, but it's also work experience that you require to really be good. Next, when it comes to the global aspect, you all know that IMA, the CMA made up with the US version, so it's based out of the US. You have a lot of scope in US by default across Europe, but you also have scope in countries not just like India, but Dubai, Middle East. You can this is a role that even if you start your career here in India, you can always use this certification, global in nature, to go anywhere else and use not only the certification but your experience to hopefully get you a job which can sustain an entire life for you outside of India. All of this is possible because of international US based certification. With question number 3, how many minimum objective or multiple choice or MCQ questions do you need to answer to be eligible for the essay type question in the CME exam? Next comes the fee structure. So totally over the span of the entire duration, you will be expected to pay approximately 2 lakh-ish rupees in Indian terms. It can be done a little less than that, but you can take around 2 lakhs to be on the safer side. What does this 2 lakh consist of? Let me split it into two parts. One is what you pay the body, the IMA body. This is paid in dollars, obviously. And this will be a combination of something we call your registration fee, your exam fee, and then annually, every year, you will have to pay something as a membership fee or a subscription fee. And the second part is what you pay for training and your study material. You combine all of this in around 2 lakhs. That also not all at once. You pay as you go, you can get done. And remember that by the time you start working, if you're first, even if I assume the most basic salary, let's just say 4 lakhs, you will recuperate everything in the first 6 months of your life. Plus, you get an international certificate, and plus, you can even start working as you are studying if you like, and you can work as you learn. So, you really don't need to wait to complete everything, invest massive amount. If you go and do an international MPA, it's going to cost you 50 lakhs, 1 CR, and that also you're not sure about the ROI. Here in 2 lakhs, you get done or the best certification or the best place to really stretch your brains at an early age if you are young. And if you're already working, then to add something on your CV, right, a feather in your hat, this is a great certification because it can be done comfortably with your college or with your work in around a year. Also, there is a differentiation between what a student is and a professional is for the IMA body. When you register, you have a choice to register as a student or a professional. Basically, if you're studying anything full time, your graduation, your post graduation, anything, you are considered a student. And if you are not studying today, when you register, you become a professional. And there are a few slight differences in the kind of fee structure that happens. Not too much. I think professional is a little, by 20, 30,000. I think it's a little more expensive. But again, at the end of the day, barely makes a difference. You're going to recuperate all of that and more if you use the certification wisely. So guys, I think that was it for our video. I hope I've answered most of your questions, but if you have any doubts, feel free, leave it in the comments and we get back.